What's up, y'all? This is your boy Jay Brown coming to you with part three of our business principles course. This week we're talking about self-evaluation, a deeper understanding. Uh, this is really pretty much to help businesses or anyone who's going into business or already in business how to eliminate and cut down on the mistakes or cut down on having to go through certain ups and downs and changes and turnaround. So just giving you some information that definitely help you. This is kind of a universal um, lesson. So you can use this in any type of situation. All right. So firstly, the light must shine through you as the leader of your business. You are the light. You are the person who's giving the information to those who's going to be working with you, for you, or whatever the case may be. You're setting the tone. You're the beginning. That's like myself. If I'm setting the business, I got to make sure that I have somewhere to lead them. I have to make sure that I know where I'm going, but I also have to understand myself personally. You know what I'm saying? I can't. How many of y'all will follow someone or who has an addiction, such as let's just say a crack addiction. Who would follow a person like that? Understanding, if you understand the behaviors of a person in that type of in that phase in their life, their instability. I cannot follow someone who is unstable or unstable. You know what I'm saying? I cannot work for anybody who's not even able to take care of their personal and can't separate the personal. That's just like if you are having a domestic dispute with your wife. She shouldn't be coming to the job, interrupting my job. Why, so it's just certain things that your light must shine. And, you got to be the one who set the example. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going on in your personal life, if it's hindering your business, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right. So in order for you, that I'm saying, and back like I said, when I first started in business, I was putting a lot of friends in places that they didn't, that they didn't. Just because you're my friend, you're supposed to be in this position. So I didn't understand why the money kept coming up short in this particular situation because I put this person in charge of the money. But come to find out, it was this simple principle, this simple thing I did not put in place. And it cost me a lot of time and it cost me a lot of money. But I had to recognize it nonetheless. All right. So the first one, like I said, again, your light shining through. You got to recognize some things. All right. Recognition is the first thing, the first principle you want to go ahead and boom, put in your mind because you got to recognize your good, your bad, and your uglies. What are you good at? You know what I'm saying? What are you good at? Let me find out what my innate talents are. What am I good at? What's my? Where can I? If I'm good at talking, I can do a podcast. If I'm good at dancing, I can go to dance class. If I'm good at piano, let me find out what I'm good at. Let me find the good in me. Right? The second, secondly, you got to find out what the bad parts are because we have to have there is a good and a bad. We have a duality within ourselves, so we got to make sure we have some balance. So there's that good, bad, and ugly. So the gray area is the ugly because hold on, think about it. Whatever bad going on, but that ugly part is where somebody pisses you off. How do you react? How do you find that balance between your good and your evil? Because sometimes people can you piss them off, they want to fight. But now if you have a balance, you know how to be diplomatic. You know how to be able to have some self control, some self discipline. Because now you know how to control your good and your bad. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to understand recognition is most important. If I had to recognize that this person that I put as the CFO or the person that's over the money, I had to recognize that person was not the perfect fit. But one thing I didn't recognize, or I was trying to put that feelings in, oh, that's my friend. I don't want to end up my friendship because but so the good, the bad, and the ugly within your business. The second part is the hardest part, the acceptance of some of those good and those uglies, or even some of those goods. Because people don't accept how good they are at their talent. You might be just playing with it, like some people. I come across a lot of rappers and or hip hop artists, and they just playing with it. But the words they speaking, it's like, man, that's what music is. You don't know how good you are. You know what I'm saying? But the acceptance of people telling you that is hard to get, or accepting that bad. I had to accept, like drinking. Drink, I had to accept the bad part of me when drinking. So that's what I don't drink. I don't. Or what I do, I have to find the balance. I know find out. Okay, I know I can't drink dark liquor. I can't drink no more than a shot of. If I do drink that one shot, so I have to find the balance within me, so that way I don't nothing overtakes me. Conquering yourself. All right. So accepting, that's the hardest. Once you recognize, now you can start the process. Now, especially when you get up in age, healing. Acceptance, healing. I had to heal the business. The business was suffering because this person was the money was messed up. So now I had to go in here and accept that this person is not the right fit. Hard. Oh man, Don. That's like somebody, they ain't right, but you just keep you recognize it, but you don't want to accept it. Once you accept it, now this leads to healing and to the success starts to become uh, it starts to be less the road starts to be less bumpy. Because now you can figure it out what's wrong. And now you accepted it. Now you can start doing some things to change it. Now, in order for you, once you get past the recognition and acceptance part, now you have to have some courage. No, I'm sorry, no. You start working on your health, your mental, your physical, and spiritual health. Now, think about this, folks. When you talk about health, I'm a baby when I'm sick. If I get the flu or the cold, I'm gotta call mama or somebody gotta come take care of me. I can't do nothing. So that way now, but in order for me to make sure that I'm good, I gotta make sure I take my vitamins, make sure I'm good. I gotta make sure I drink my water. I gotta make sure that my diet's good because I can't help nobody if I ain't together. I can't lead no company. I can't do nothing if I'm not together. Right? If I ain't together, I'm how I'm gonna teach you something if I can't apply it myself? So my mental health had to be together. My spiritual health had to be together. But my physical health, like I said, if you see everything I'm doing, it's all in that order. I'm educating, appreciating, and empowering you. I'm working on your mind, your body, and your soul. So therefore, I'm doing my assignment. So I got to make sure that my health is together. That's why like I said, I like my peace. Where I can get this stuff out, I can sit down. But if I'm out in the world doing everything else and trying to be with everybody, I can't get none of this done. I can't give you this lesson. So I I, I call this simply, and this is a part of my business, called asset management and protection. What does that mean? You got to remember you are the greatest asset. Every day you wake up, you are the asset. And when you think about an asset you put, it's like a house. When you put, a new carpet in there, it adds value to it. You put some windows in there, it adds value to it. And you put some drywall or some paint on it adds value. It increases your value. So I am the asset, so I have to increase my value by putting things in my mind, in my heart, and spreading in my soul that's going to be beneficial to increase my value. But also, I have to make sure that in increasing my value, I have to protect the asset. I'm the greatest asset. I have to make sure that I'm rested. I have to make sure that when I go out here in the day, I'm not putting myself in situations that create my destiny or my destruction. So I'm putting myself in places, and doing things that's going to make sure that my mental, physical, and spiritual health is intact. And also, I'm going to protect all those at one time. And protect my mind because people when try to tell me things, I'm looking at this internet, people tell you anything they make up all kinds of stuff. You're talking about fake news. People repeating what they hear on the internet, they ain't did no research. Ain't did no paper. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I got the. You told me the sky was yellow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. From what I know, you can't change my mind on what the color I know the sky is. So that's my mental health. Everything got to be out of asset management and protection. All right. Next, after you got yourself together, you're protecting your assets, you're getting healthy together, you gotta have some courage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this when we talk about courage the last time, we talked about courage as having a fearlessness. Yes, it is a fearlessness, but this in this particular case, you have to make sure that you have the courage to do the three things that are possible and can make anything happen. You have to ask, and it shall be given. You know, ask and you shall receive. Knocking the door should be open, and you shall seek and you shall find. So, courage to ask for help. You got to seek the knowledge and knock on some doors for the opportunity. Because faith and application go hand in hand. It said faith without works is dead. That's what all that is. Faith without application is dead. You can't get nothing. I can have faith to do anything I want to do, but if I don't put the work in, I can't get nothing back. If I want a job, I have faith in getting a job. But if I'm sitting here all day and I don't put in the application, I'm putting the work in, how can somebody call me? Faith without works is dead. So you got to ask for help. So when you go into business, sometimes you gotta go to the SBA. Go to some of them business seminars. Go to some of them, you gotta get into the network. You gotta start tapping in. You wanna know how to get the money? Oh, knock on the door for the SBA, which is there for you. Okay? Seek the knowledge. Go ahead and get the information you need. And ask them for some help if you need some. Because you know, if you somebody, I don't want nobody doing nothing for me, but you're gonna ask for a loan, don't you? Come on, get you humble yourself enough to run your business and have courage enough to be able to do those three things that you said. Ask for help, seek for the knowledge, and knock on the doors. Next, once you start getting your recognition together, you're accepting things, you got your health right, you got a little courage. Now you start to see some victory. This is when you start overcoming them obstacles that you had faced before in your business. Like again, the person that you knew didn't have the money. Now, hold on, wait a minute. Why am I putting people? Hold on. Why am I qualifying people who can't satisfy the position? Come on, you people. So, better understanding of self, and understanding that guess what? Once you start getting them victories and you have all that in place, I can work. Oh man, you start seeing yourself and understanding that you have the tenacity to overcome any adversity. So whatever you may face, once you start doing those three things, asking for help, you seeking your knowledge, and you starting to knock on those doors, guess what? You ain't got nobody to stop you there. You can't nobody can stop you there. Next, after you have all that and you overcome some victory, you have now what I call the prosperity part of it. And this is the fruit of your labors. Now, let me also say that this is not always monetary. This is not always material. This is sometimes even a spiritual blessing. Now, me and my father when he was a football coach, I kind of followed in his footsteps. But one thing I used to love about football is when I used to coach the young kids. Then that player he good. I see the potential on him, but he don't see it yet. But as I was as a coach, you be that give him that coaching that now he's getting better at what he's doing. Now the spiritual blessing is when he comes to you and say, "Thank you, coach." That's the part that's the spiritual blessing that make you want to keep on going. When you cook some food and somebody come back to you and say, "Oh, baby, that was." That's a spiritual blessing because you can't take that. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my assignment. So guess what? Oh, I'm loving the spiritual blessing that keep me going so I can see the fruits of my labor. That's business one-on-one, ladies and gentlemen. These six things in one person can help them find a deeper understanding of what's going on in their business. Sit back, relax, and find out what's going on. And see what we got to cut the fat. And so that we make sure we get a whole porterhouse. No white lines, ladies and gentlemen. Your leadership it sets the culture for your business and its viability. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. You are the person who sets the tone for your business. The light must shine through you.